Hi and welcome to pmplounge.com. Today we are continuing our discussion on the report Capturing the Value of Project Management, and this is the final part of the report, which is also known as Capturing the Value of Project Management through Knowledge Transfer. So, how important knowledge transfer is and why you should be knowing about knowledge transfer and why should your organization be paying attention to knowledge transfer. All of that we'll take a look in this video, and obviously we are going to take a look through the numbers first to understand the importance of knowledge transfer, and then we'll go over the life cycle of knowledge transfer. So again, this is a free report available on pmi.org. All copyrights acknowledged. I will share the direct link of this report in the description below, so you can go over to pmi.org and download your own copy. All right, let's get started. So again, this is from the report itself. Knowledge transfer improves project outcomes by nearly 35%, and that is the sole reason why we are discussing knowledge transfer. Imagine having a project, managing a project, and doing the correct knowledge transfer would increase the chance of your project success, which would impact your project outcome by 35%, improve your project outcome by 35%, right? So that's huge, right? That's big. That's something worth noting and worth paying attention to. These organizations, and we are talking about organizations that are most effective at knowledge transfer. So these organizations are also three times as likely to have a formal knowledge transfer process, 92% compared to 33%. Organizations that are good at knowledge transfer have the following steps in place, and those steps are basically the knowledge transfer life cycle. So let's take a look at the knowledge transfer life cycle. So there you have it, identifying, capturing, sharing, applying, and then assessing. So what does each of these steps mean? We'll go over it in details in the next slide, but you can kind of look at uh, this picture and you can kind of let this sink in. We are talking about knowledge transfer. We are looking at the steps of knowledge transfer. These are the steps: identifying, capturing, sharing, applying, and assessing. Let's get into details of each of these steps. So identifying is determine what knowledge needs to be transferred. That's important, right? You don't have to transfer knowledge which is not useful. You don't have to transfer knowledge which is not of no use to the other organization or the other department or the other project manager, whoever you're transferring the knowledge to. So you have to identify and clearly determine what knowledge needs to be transferred. Only the one that makes sense, only the pieces of information that makes a lot of sense needs to be transferred. Rest you need to keep it with you. Capturing, accumulate the essential knowledge that needs to be transferred. So once you've identified, right, it's obvious that the second step is to capture that knowledge. So whatever that you have identified, whatever knowledge that you have identified which needs to be transferred, you can capture it, you can accumulate it, and you need to accumulate the essential knowledge. So if you have to transfer, let's say, knowledge of a project, you may have to refer to several documents that you have made use of throughout your project, right? So you need to accumulate all the information in one place. So you need to refer to all these documents, all your project documents, accumulate all the information in one place. By that's what you're doing when you're capturing the knowledge, right? So you need to accumulate all of the information, capture it at one place, and this is the information that you need to transfer. Step 3 is sharing. So establish methods for transferring the knowledge. Now there could be several methods of how you can share the knowledge. It could be a one-on-one meeting, it could be a conference call, it could be a meeting wherein one of you has to travel, or let's say it's not necessary that you are transferring knowledge only to one person. Maybe you're transferring knowledge to an entire team, so you may have to travel continents across and make a presentation for the entire team to transfer your knowledge, right? So you need to establish the method that you are going to use to transfer all the knowledge. Point four is applying. So use the knowledge that is transferred. So once the knowledge is transferred, you need to make sure that it is made use of. This is more of a responsibility of the department or the group of people or the person who has received the knowledge. So he needs to make sure that the knowledge is applied, right? Or, I mean, consuming knowledge and then doing nothing about it is of no use, right? So you need to make use of the knowledge which is transferred to you. Number five is assessing. So evaluate the benefits of the knowledge that is transferred. So this again applies to the person who has transferred the knowledge, and it also applies to the person who has received the knowledge. So both of them need to come up with an idea, come up with a solution, come up with a mechanism of sorts to assess the benefits of the knowledge that has been transferred, right? So you don't have to, that is where we are coming back to point number one, wherein we are identifying what knowledge needs to be transferred. So if you have transferred knowledge which is garbage and which is of no use, it will be uncovered in the fifth step, which is assessing. So when you're assessing the benefits of the knowledge that is transferred and you realize that the knowledge transfer that has taken place, the knowledge that you have received, is of no use, and even if you are someone who has given the knowledge to the other person, and if you also realize during the assessing that the knowledge that you have given is of no use, obviously you can improve it next time onwards. And next time when you repeat this cycle, when you identify, when you're at point one again, when you're identifying what knowledge needs to be transferred, you will make use of this assessment and you will make sure that only the knowledge that is usable should be transferred. So that's the entire cycle of knowledge transfer. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something out of it. And yeah, before I move on, I just keep this slide here again to repeat the five steps, which are identifying, capturing, sharing, applying, and then finally assessing. Identify what knowledge needs to be transferred, accumulate all of that knowledge, capture it at one place because it might be distributed across different documents, different softwares, different systems, intranet softwares, web pages, and whatnot. Share, establish methods to transfer the knowledge. It could be making a presentation, it could be over a conference call, it could be a meeting of sorts, whatever it is. You do that sharing. Number four is applying, make use of that knowledge which you have transferred. And number five is assess to make sure that the benefits are in place regarding the knowledge that you have transferred. So that is all that we had with this video. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, do hit the like button and also go over the other videos that we have about capturing the value of project management. It is a very, very essential report if you want to understand the importance of project management. And this report will definitely make you realize how some of the most successful organizations have a culture of project management. They understand the value of project management and they respect the project management knowledge and the project management domain. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Check us out on our social media, facebook.com/pmplounge and twitter.com/pmplounge. As always, do check out the website pmplounge.com, your number one free resource for PMP certification and project management related industry information. Just like these reports, we have actually covered many other reports from PMI website. So all of these reports, right? All of these reports that we have covered are all available in our playlist section. So on our channel, youtube.com/PMP Lounge, if you hover over to the playlist section, you will find different playlists. Of course, it includes a lot of PMP related studies from the PMBOK syllabus, but then it also has playlists which contain these reports which are discussed in detail. So do go over it, and you'll definitely have much more industry insight and industry information that you, as a practicing project manager or someone who's eyeing a job in project management, need to be aware of. Thank you.